Yep. So this is me attempting the world record at the longest Chaplin. Big Flips is the guy who set the longest one at 59 minutes and 16 seconds and 24 milliseconds on April 1st, 2018. And yeah, I think I'm gonna beat him because I've been practicing, and I want to let everybody know who wants to attempt this that this is not something you can do first try. There's a physical aspect to it for strength. There's a mental aspect to it to stick with it and not give up. And then there's the practicing aspect of getting down the proper technique of maintaining your Chaplins. Mine probably look really unstable, but maybe that's a part of the technique. Yeah. Wow. Burn, baby, burn. Boom, boom. Burn, baby, burn. Dang. My arm's waking up again. It's going, oh. We're doing this again? Like, you want to really try this again and fail at 20 minutes? And then my mind's like, yeah, we're doing this again. I don't care how you feel, arm. Nobody cares. We're gonna get this. Bow, 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 wow, wow. I'm just looking around the room now. I'm gonna try to slow it down a little bit. Just for a little while. And for any of you who are curious as to what trainer I'm using, it's the Squid Industries Squid Trainer V3 Dual Tone Black. Man, boys. It's not that it's tough. I mean, it is tough, but it's like once you've done this so many times, like attempts, it really does become easier. And so that's why I would say I have had a lot of practice at it, because this is like my 10th true attempt. And what's funny to you guys is if you're seeing this video, this happened to be the one that I was successful on. So that's good news. Early predictions. Yeah, and throughout the video, if it seems like I'm sad or depressed or something, it's because I have a resting bitch face. So I look like this all the time, naturally. So like here's my resting face, but I'm totally fine. See it? Makes me look like I'm either mad or sad or angry or something. Don't look at my messed up tooth. We disregard that on a daily basis. There goes 20 people in the comment section. Oh man. Oh, you know what? I think I'm thirsty enough to drink some of this delicious hair oil. Maybe just add some on my finger. That ought to do the trick. Oh man. Well, boys. Well, I don't even know what time it is. It's around 6 minutes, so that's pretty good. Gotta give myself some credit. Even though I've done this 20 times and got like 20 minutes every single time. You know? But then I had to keep redoing it. GG. Alright, let me give you some story times. Some story time. Let me think of a story to tell. I don't know any good stories. Go read a book. Come back to me in a little. Wow. You know, if you guys try this yourselves, the first few attempts are gonna hurt like hell. And then the next few attempts are gonna hurt like hell. Because this is just something that's gonna hurt. But I think the pain is always gonna be there. But I think I'm used to it now because I've done so many attempts. So I'm kind of like, I know what I'm getting myself into now. So that's why I feel more confident in what I'm doing now. And I can't ever be too mad at myself because even in the times that I fail, it's not because of like the general things you think it would be. Like, it's not like I'm getting weak. It just happens to be a moment in time where I change the pace and then it loses the balance. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. If you Chaplin for a long time, you'll start losing your mind too. I can see why big flips. I could see why on his video where he did the Chaplin for an hour, why he was talking so much. It does help distract, but it also isn't really something that's distracting because I know what's going on over here the whole time. Trust me, I can feel it. But I think talking just helps pass the time, really. Because, like, when you're talking, I guess you feel a little important. Feel like you got a little podcast going on. So, yeah. But, yep. We're at, what, around 9 minutes now? What was it, 6 minutes before? 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wow. 3 solid minutes. Pretty good. We're going to be here a while, aren't we? Oh, man. All right. Well, I'm feeling it. Damn, son. I'm definitely feeling it. That's all I have now. I just have humming to myself. Can't think of anything to say now. But yeah, I wanted to give a lot of credit to Big Flips for pulling this off. a lot of the people in his comment section who say, oh, he was going slow, or oh, this and that, and like, oh, you doing that and this. Unless you beaten him, you can't be talking. Because I've tried this multiple times, fast and slow, and you just got to do something in the middle, man. Because even slow is hard to do too. Because there's different methods, there's different techniques, and yeah, I think his technique was actually more difficult, so you got to give him credit. The first guy who had his at 1:08, I've been beat that, so that's a good thing. And then I don't know, anyone else never really post theirs because I guess they got discouraged because they weren't beating big flips. But you know, GG. I feel like everything I've been saying so far makes absolutely no sense. And like after the video's up and I post it, people are gonna go back and be like, what is this gibberish he's speaking? What is this Swahili? They're like, I don't know. Cause like right now you're catching me at my boredest moment. I'm just flipping a Balisong. Oh man. Yep. So I decided a couple days ago, maybe 2 days, 3 days ago, to start practicing to beat the world record. And ever since then, I tried my first attempt. And my first attempt ever, I was really determined and focused. And I got about 5 minutes. And, yeah. But my arm hurt like hell, and that's when I started to learn and understand what this is gonna take. And this ain't no joke, boys. This is not a joke. So, but yeah, the goal isn't just to beat him, it's to set a new record. So, because I love big flips, I respect a man. And I don't want to think of it as beating him. I want to think of it as setting a new record for the future. Because, you know, an hour is impressive. But what about 3 hours? Or 4? No, I probably won't make it there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, and another thing, if people are trying to figure out what Balisong to use to do this challenge, it does not matter. I've tried everything in my collection to figure which one is gonna stick or which one it don't matter. They're all difficult. This is gonna be a difficult task. Yeah. But I'm using the Squid Trainer V3 dual tone black, so. Oh my dear God. What are we at? 13 minutes. Jeez. Sheesh. Yeah. I'm getting thirsty. And a little bit tired, you know. I think he made a joke about that in his video. But yeah, I think I am gonna go to sleep. Oh hey, how's it going? I'm back from a power nap. Damn boy, I feel the burn. Jeez. Yeah. So I could talk about my mindset going into this because my determination is both driven by the YouTube and followers, but also not just beating or setting a new record, but like the more times I attempt it, I have the first wave of emotion is, oh, just give up. I can't do it. But then the second wave is like, wait a minute. If you don't keep trying, who's to say the next one you do won't be the hour-long one or the 2-hour-long one? So just gotta keep going until you get it. That's how he did it. So I guess there's not as much pressure when you're setting a record. I mean, he wasn't really setting one. He was beating one, but he did set a new one. So, but yeah, that's what I have to think of it like. I'm setting the record. I'm not beating nobody. I'm just going for a long, long time. I'm gonna set the new record. Damn. I'm feeling good about this run though, cause like all the other ones, I don't know. It's like if you focus too much or if you unfocus, I don't know. It's all a big mind game. But I don't know. I'm trying to fill in some conversation, not to distract myself, but I just know that if this is the winning one and you guys are still sitting here just watching through this video for all this time, you're probably wondering the things I might say. Well, did you know I would say something like applesauce? I bet you didn't know that. Someone just skipped into the video and I was just saying applesauce. Oh man. That'd be pretty funny. They're like, applesauce? That had nothing to do with Chaplin's. Maybe it does. Maybe there's a secret formula applesauce. Operation Applesauce. World record Chaplin holder. Oh my gosh. I wonder what Big Flips like did that day after he got it. You know, besides uploading the video. Do you think he was like, yeah, I got it. Now what? I don't know. Like, I wonder what plans he had for that day. Like, I could picture he went somewhere. I don't know. Went out to dinner or he like went grocery shopping or something. It was 2018, so you were allowed to do that. But yeah, this record was set 3 years ago. And he mentioned that the one before that was set 5 years ago. And yeah, nobody officially tried to beat it, so he did, and here I am. So that's pretty dope. If I get silence in most parts, it's like me drawing in focus and thinking at the same time. I mean, cause like the attempts I've done before, they've all ended around this time, but you know what? We going for it. And I don't care if I drop this, I'll do it again. And I don't care if I drop that, I'll do it again. I don't care if I went for 59 minutes and 15 seconds, just 1 second under him. I'll pick it up and do it again. I don't care. I'm going to get it. It's the final countdown. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Eye of the tiger, it's the will of the... Yep. You know, this is what determination looks like, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. It's a almost middle-aged, out of college looking student guy who needs to shave and has messed up teeth and greasy hair. This is what determination looks like. Bum, 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 bum. So it would have been cool to do this live for everyone, but I didn't want to take the risk failing so many times on lives. But I know that if you guys were here live, or maybe as you're watching this, you're cheering me on, you know. I could feel it. You're like, yeah, you got this. Thanks. But, yeah. If you guys were wondering when I couldn't feel my finger anymore, that was like 2 hours ago. Maybe that's why I have so much confidence this time. I'm like, hey, if I can't even feel it, what's the point, you know? Before the knife falls, my finger might fall. You'll see my finger fall off and the knife will just still be floating there doing Chaplins. But yeah. What are we at? 22 minutes or something? Man, you know, with big flips the first time around that he did the world record, he was able to, I feel like he had a much more leveled head, because he didn't have to look at time and be worried by how long something was. He was okay because once he passed a certain amount, he knew that he didn't care what he got after that, because any point on from there he'd be setting a record. So I won't be able to know what that feels like until I pass 59 minutes and 16 seconds. So if I do get past that, I'll know how he felt in the early stages, you know? Oh yeah, I could be repeating myself because I've done this so many times, and I keep forgetting what take I'm on. But just one last thing about big flips. You know, he's an awesome guy and he deserves a lot of credit for doing something like this, because this ain't no joke, people. I think I've already mentioned it, but y'all gonna have to try this for yourselves to understand how crazy this is. I mean, this is some wild stuff. He probably didn't even know at the time how crazy this was. You didn't see nobody beat him until now, so that's because I'm crazy. So yeah. Wow. Oh, I almost lost it there, boys. That would have sucked. What are we at? 24 minutes. I could do this. Man, still a lot of talking to do, huh? And the next half an hour or so. If I do talk or not, I don't know. I guess I'll just mumble and ramble like this, and then when I look back at myself, I'll be like, wow, all of that was cringy. But I'm pretty sure most of you guys who are watching this probably understand why I'd be rambling and mumbling all the time. Because this is a task. But you know what? If Big Flips could do it, so can I. I don't want it to look like a bad thing that I'm beating him. He inspired me, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't be attempting this. So, trust me, every time I actually fail at an attempt, I watch his video and it remotivates me to give it another try. So, the credit really goes to him. Dang, man. This is something else, boys. If you ever wondered what it feels like to not have a finger, try this. Just give this a shot. You won't feel your finger anymore. I might have to go to the hospital after this. No, I'm just kidding. Probably not. If Big Flips was fine, I'll be fine. What are we at? 27 minutes. Not too bad. Not too bad. We're looking good. Just got to keep this pace for another half hour. I literally feel like a machine. I don't know if you guys remember this or if it's ever been a part of your life. I forgot what they're called, but they sell these party favors at Party City, and it looks exactly like what I'm doing now. The Chaplin, it goes brrrr on the little bar when you spin it. Instead of having one of those whistle blowing things that blow a tube, you get one of these things that go grrrr as they spin around on a bar. That's what it looks like. All right. 28 minutes. Just 30 more of those or 40 more of those minutes. Or until my finger falls off.com. I think my camera just lost its focus, but you know what? Psh, ain't even sweating a thing. I think we're actually catching this in 1080. I might upload it in 720 because it's going to be a long video. That's what he did. Or maybe I'll just take the time to upload it in full quality. The future people will probably appreciate it. Oof. Oh, I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. I could feel the... That's crazy. It's like 30 minutes, almost 30 minutes in, I could feel my finger again. It was numb through a lot of this, and now the feeling's back, and so is the pain. My finger just woke up. It was like, huh? Oh, shit, we're still doing this? Okay. Oof, oof, oof. Yep. Oh, there it goes again. My finger just went numb again. And don't it fell asleep. Man, that's crazy. So I woke up and then I fell asleep. That's such a weird feeling to feel. obviously very healthy for you to do. Nah, guys, I would say don't try this. Not so that you don't beat me. If you want to try and beat me, that's fine. But I wouldn't recommend you do this. This is not very healthy. But since I'm already an unhealthy guy, I decided, you know what? I don't need my finger. As long as I can get this once, kiss my finger goodbye. That way I can have something to live on. At least we'll have this video so everyone understands where my finger went. But I always got my left hand, you know? I'll just get better with that. Keep up the videos. Or just flip with my right hand with no index finger. Just transfer all my Chaplins onto my middle finger. So yeah. Ooh. Ooh, that's a whole new feeling. My whole hand just went numb. My hand went numb. Not the finger. The finger's already been numb. Now the hand went numb. Like all the way down to my wrist. I can't feel it. It's such a weird feeling. I mean, it's not a feeling. I can't feel it. But it's a weird occurrence. For Balisongs! For the Balisongs! For the future of Balisongs! I can do it, boys! I got this! Cheer me on! Come on! We're halfway there! Cheer me on! For Balisongs! Wow. Yeah, those of you who are watching this all the way through, props to you. Sheesh. I think you get more props than I do. I mean, I'm just sitting here and you're watching it. Like, I don't know what's harder to do. Probably this, though. Actually, I can't even feel my arm anymore. I don't even know what's happening over here anymore. But, yeah. Just talking some more talk, you know? Wow. I think after this I'm gonna have to have my finger amputated, huh? No more finger? Yeah, no more finger. I wouldn't be surprised if my finger's purple after this. Wow. Man. Yeah, hype me up, people. Let's go. Even though you're only watching a digital copy of me having already been recorded this, cheer me on anyway, boys. Cheer me on. Let's go. Give me hype. Woohoo, boy. Yeah, let's go. I'm hype, boys. I can see the finish line. I can feel the finish line too. Oh. Oh man, my whole arm just woke up. All that pain is coming back. Don't wait for too long. Let me not sing, I'll get a copyright strike. Whatever. Don't wait for too long. Alright, boys. We're doing it. We are doing it. We got this. If Big Flips can do it, so can I. Alright, boys. Where are we at? 36 minutes? Not too shabby. It's funny because, like, in the beginning when I attempted this multiple times, I kept getting like 20 to almost 30 minutes. And, like, I was thinking to myself, if I took all my attempts and they were consecutive, I would have already beat the world record instead of new one, It just sucks that I gotta do it all at once, But that's a good way to think about it. Start practicing. Take all your attempts and just be like, okay, it's like doing multiple attempts over and over and over, back to back, without stopping. That's all I'm doing here. I already failed. These are just multiple attempts that are continuous without seeing the actual failure. Do I get a medal? What is this for? When you get this far in and you're like, wait, why am I doing this? Why are we here? This isn't in the Guinness Book of World Records. Wait a minute. I think I got scammed. Where's my medal? No. I wonder if Big Flip's got a medal for this. Did he actually get in the Guinness Book of World Records? Maybe. Actually, that's a good thing to look up while you're watching me. Look up if you can use a video to get a world record, or do you need to redo what you did for them to validate it? Because that would suck. Like, what if someone landed 7 backflips on a motorcycle on video, and that's the first time it's ever been done, and then they said, no, you gotta do it again? Oh man, that would suck. Even though you got the proof. Yeah, but I guess you can just, like, Photoshop stuff or, like, edit stuff. Oh man, this is rough. Coming up on 40 minutes. Yeah, let's keep talking about that Guinness Book of World Records though, huh? How do I get into that? I heard that if you get a record, like a Guinness Book of World Record, after they validate it, this is what I heard now. I don't know if it's true, you could look it up. But I heard they actually give you money. And they, like, pay you per year if you maintain your world record. So, like, let's say I put a bunch of paper clips on my face. Let's say I managed to put 1,000 paper clips on my face, and that was the most ever, and nobody beat it in that year, then you get a check that next year with the same amount that you got to set it. And I don't know how much it is. It's maybe only like $10,000. But that's pretty cool. That you get to be in the book, at least. But me, I guess I get to be on the YouTube record book, and I receive nothing out of it. Because I've been trying to monetize my videos, but I can't figure out how to do it because they keep telling me that there's another email or something. I don't know. I've been trying to fight with YouTube, but maybe you guys can get me something. I don't know. You don't have to, but I do have a Cash App that's always in my description. Show me some love. This is the world record, boys. This hurts like hell. You like try to justify it to yourself. It's all gonna be worth it. But like, you've already done this several times and failed. Oof. Oh my gosh. Oh no, we're losing it. Come on, we got it. Come on, we can do this. Come on. Come on, we got this. Oh no, I'm actually losing it, boys. Oh my gosh. If I lose this, I'm gonna be so... No, I won't. I won't be mad. Even if I lose it, I'll just keep going. I'll just do this all over again. It doesn't matter. Oh. Come on, come on. Oh. Stick it through, stick it through. Oh. Come on. I got this. All right. Let's talk about going on walks on the beach, huh? Ain't it nice? My favorite time to go to the beach is at night. Feels more secluded. It's dark. It's not hot on your skin. You know? I feel like it's really comfortable. Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. This hurts like hell. I'm scared too. Like, it's like once you get this far, you're really, really nervous. And oh man. I got this though. You guys can cheer me on. We got this. We got this. It doesn't matter if my finger falls off. It does not matter. It's about winning. We can do it. We can do it. I can do this. I will do it. This is it. I'm not losing. Wow. Wow, boys. This is very, very tough. I don't think you guys understand how tough this really is. If you guys want to try this for yourselves, be my guest. This is tough. Wow. There's like feelings that you have never felt in your life before that you feel doing this. I'm telling you right now, indescribable, undescribable. This is definitely a whole nother type of feeling. It's not even pain or numbness. It's like a whole nother feeling. It's like one you didn't think existed. Your body goes into like overtime mode, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird feeling. It's like runner's high for the arm, except it's like also nervous. It's like your whole body's going through every emotion at once. This is something truly remarkable, people. You know, watching this video over, I think I've already said this before, but watching this video over is going to be really cringy. But I'm telling you guys right now, you have no idea. Until you do this and complete as long as whatever I've done, you have no idea. This is pain. I give a lot of props to Big Flips, man. For him to stick it out this long, props. I can do this. Come on. I got this. Ooh, there goes again, guys. That feeling. What the heck? Oof. Oh no. Wow. That hurts. It's not even like a hurt. It's like muscles activating that you didn't know existed, but like that already happened, you know? Like muscles already activated that I thought didn't exist, but there's like stages, guys. I'm telling you, there's levels to this. You'd have to try this to feel it for yourself. If you can get this far, this is something else, boys. Wow. Wow. Do not underestimate this, guys. At any point you think this looks easy, I really want to see you try this. I will give so much props to anyone who can beat me, or who beats this record if I do set it, because this right here. I feel like if you guys have the power to edit a bunch of memes, please make them about this. Because like I can just see me getting to a far point and like, you know, like, oh, why am I here? Boom, 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 ba-do, boom, boom, Seinfeld intro, boom, 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 boom. Or whatever that other thing is, directed by whatever, Robert something. I could just see tons of memes being made about this. I think we're around 49 minutes, which is pretty nice. Just trying to stick with it and stay focused for the finish line. no matter how far it is. You never know. I could do this for another hour. I'm just gonna go as long as I can. We'll see what happens. Come on. Ooh, there goes that pain again. Ow. So yeah, I really don't know what to talk about at this point, because like half of me is super exhausted, another half is in pain, and another half is like really nervous that I'm gonna have to do this all over again. But we'll see when we get to the end, you know? The best is yet to come. Always, even if it's the worst. I can only learn and get better. Wow. Man, this is really tough, guys. It may look like I'm being sarcastic, but believe me, this shit is tough. And I'll have to look up after this to see how many ounces the squid trainer is versus, I believe Big Flips did it with the alpha beast. But I mean, either way, guys, I'm telling you, I've tried this with multiple different trainers and weights, and there is no best one. I've done this with 3 others, dropped all of them. It doesn't matter which one you do it with. You just gotta wing it. For those of you who just skipped to this point in the video, I'm not doing so good. When I get straight-faced and super focused, I just feel so tense right now. I feel like all my muscles are tightening up, and this is crazy, man. This is something that'll drive you mad. You gotta be crazy to do something like this. I'm wild, boys. I'm crazy. There is no person who is sane that is doing this. Big Flips is not a normal guy. He is insane. I think I'm also insane, so this works out perfectly. And I'm really looking forward in the future that if I do beat this, I really do want to see someone else get this too. Because once they go through it too, I feel like we have a bond, you know? Like we've been through the same thing. We understand the pain. Like Big Flips right now, I would say right now I definitely understand that man's pain when he was talking about it in his video. if you do this for 5 minutes and you start feeling pain, that ain't shit compared to how you're gonna feel right now. This is a whole new world. This hurts. And it's not even just the pain. There's lots of emotion. Right now, I mean, my whole body is sweating, which is what Big Flip said in his video would happen. And there's lots of emotion, you know. I'm nervous. I'm scared. But I'm also excited. And I also have to pee. Wow. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. Wow. Certainly something else happening here. Yeah. My whole body is really tense. I can't even feel my right arm anymore. I don't even know if it's there still. I could see it, but... Alright, boys. This is the moment of truth. In these next 5 minutes, this is the moment of truth. My whole body is getting really numb and sweaty because I'm really nervous and I'm also worried. Because I can't feel my arm at this point, and I'm not worried about it falling off. I'm worried about the blade fall or the knife falling off. I don't care about my arm falling off. That's fine. That'll happen after this video. But as we make it to the end here, or to the end of the new beginning, I want to thank Big Flips for setting this record, because without him, you wouldn't even see me here right now. And Big Flips has been away off of YouTube for a little while, and I hope that he at least sees this. Even if he doesn't make a comeback, I hope that he sees this. And maybe it will motivate him to come back. Because I think we all know that we want Big Flips to come back. So if you see this, Big Flips, please come back. I did this for you. Not just everybody else, but mainly for you. Because I wanted to know what you went through, you know? Because this is not an easy task. This takes a lot of endurance, a lot of mental stability, and sharp focus. And yeah. So I think a lot of props goes to Big Flips. And if you guys are watching this and you don't know who Big Flips is, shame on you. Go to the search bar right now, click off of this video, and type in Big Flips. And go watch his Chaplin world record video, because you can't be that uncultured. You gotta know what's going on here first. You couldn't have got this far in the video, and you know, I can't have it. You can't get this far and not know who Big Flips is. He's one of the best. So I started this video a little while back, about an hour ago. And in hopes of being able to beat the world record. And I'm actually not sure if I have, to be honest with you. So you're not going to see me get too excited yet, because when I started this recording, I actually didn't start spinning until I don't know how many seconds in or how many minutes. So I'll let a few more minutes go by, and then I'll be confident that I've secured my place as the new world record. And now begins the new setting of a new world record for the longest Chaplin in Balisong history. Alright, it has officially been, I believe, almost a minute after securing the world record, so I'm very excited and super happy, and I can't feel my arm. But a lot of nervousness has lifted off of me. I feel very excited. Now I know exactly how it feels to be big flips. And right now, it's a good feeling. Even though I can't feel my arm, it's a great feeling to have this secured. And hopefully it's recording. That'd be the funniest part. Everyone's like, oh, we don't get to see a video because he didn't record it. Nah. As far as I can see, it says that it's recording, so hopefully it is, Hopefully. And we'll see how much longer I can go. But for those of you who skipped throughout the video and got to this point, I want to let you know that the original record of this was set at, sorry about that, it was set at 59 minutes and 16 seconds and 24 milliseconds. So, ooh, I'm feeling that pain again. Oh, wow. There it is again. Here comes the pain again. Oh man, that hurts, boys. Damn. So I guess I'll just keep going until my arm falls off. What do you guys say? You think that's a great idea? I think that sounds healthy, right? Wow. Oh, that's a new feeling. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're an hour in, and oh man, that was a weird feeling, dude. My finger earlier, I don't know how long you guys have been watching, but earlier, if you just skipped in, I'll explain. Earlier, my finger, it gets numb, and then it falls asleep, and then it wakes up, and then you feel the pain. But this time, it like woke up and fell asleep. So like, it was a weird surge of feeling pain for a second and then it going away. And now it's like happening continuously. Wow. I don't know where I'm going to be able to take this to, but I'm going to keep going, guys, because, I want to make sure that this is not just a broken record, but it is a new one set for the future. And the first one, he said, took 5 years for someone to beat, which was like 1 minute and 8 seconds or something. And he finally beat it after 5 years, and he set the new record of almost an hour. And that took 3 years to be beaten officially now. It has been since April 1st, 2018. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's my finger, boys. And the official time will be on the screen. I know that it's definitely after an hour. Oh man. All right. That hurts. That hurts a lot to move. Wow. If my finger had a mouth, I'd be screaming. Oh. Okay, nobody else try this. Oh man. All right, well, thank you everyone so much for not only supporting me, a big thank you to Big Flips. I hope you come back. But yeah, if anyone's out there, now you have a new record to beat. So I'll see you guys later in the next videos to come.